Guess it's going this way. All right. So, wow. That's all I got to say. Rafa and Nadal, you are a beast, man. You are a beast. I thought that Dominic Thiem was going to be able to hang in today's match. He's been playing so well. He seems like he's the only guy who can hang with Rafa on clay. The match just started out at a feverish pace. I was thinking to myself, thanks for the early thumbs up. I was thinking to myself, these guys right here, they're putting on more highlights than any sport I can think of. Like more highlights in a football game, more highlights in a basketball game. I mean, I love these sports, but these two, every point started out like a war. Like they were going to battle. And as I was watching the match, and just the more it went on, I'm just looking at Rafa and I was thinking, this guy is like darn John Wick. He's like our John Wick. Have you guys ever seen? Thiem was very, very tired. Game, yes. Okay. We can say tired. We can say whatever. Okay. Maybe. But the thing is Rafa is just relentless. And when it comes to the French Open, he brings it up 2 levels. You could just see him through the whole clay court season. This was the first year we really saw him struggle. Usually wins every single tournament leading up to the French Open, but he peaked in Rome, beating Novak handily. I think he won the first set like 6-0. And then he just never looked back after that match. He just played better and better and better. And he brought out his best stuff against a guy who is fantastic on clay. I mean, I can't emphasize enough how awesome. Nadal is a beast, though, says Hunk. Right. I can't emphasize enough how awesome Dominic Thiem is on clay and what a great year he's had. I mean, think about what a great year he's had winning in Indian Wells. I mean, Federer played about as good as he could play, and he still lost to him. And great clay court season. Nadal, a couple weeks earlier before the French, played Dominic. I think it was, would they play Barcelona or was it Madrid? I forget which one it was. But Rafa, after he lost that match, said, I'm back. I played great. I mean, Rafa lost on clay. And after he lost that match, he goes, I'm back. I feel great. That's how good Dominic Thiem is on clay. And then for them to start out like they were, and you're just thinking, are these guys going to battle like this every single point for 5 sets? That's what I was thinking, because I know that if you ever go to Dominic Thiem's YouTube channel, check it out. The guy trains like a beast. And I'm sure he was tired today, but I don't think that it was like, I don't think Thiem got worn out from all the other matches playing today. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I think it was more that when he just kept seeing Rafa's level and that Rafa was not going to drop the level at all. How's it going? And that he saw that Rafa's level is not going to drop at all. And no matter what, that is his court. And when you see that this is his court and he's not going to drop at all, and you've got to work like a freaking machine every single point, and you know this guy has held the trophy 11 times, and you're sitting across, no matter how good you are in clay, it's all about moon and power and spin. Well, yeah, there's a lot of heavy balls. I wouldn't call them moon balls because they are freaking crushing that ball. And it was like a modern day, that was a good point, Hunk. It's like a modern day Borg Vilas match is what I was thinking in the beginning, because it's just extremely physical. Both men just standing there crushing each other. In a way, it doesn't look like, how did Soderling beat Rafa? Good question. We're not going to analyze that, though, but Soderling basically played out of his mind. Rafa didn't play so great, and Soderling's a big dude who can flatten the ball out. Like, if you're going to beat Rafa, you got to play out of your mind. You got to flatten the ball out. But really, when Rafa's playing like this, I don't care who you are, Del Potro, Roger, Novak, when you're playing him on his best surface and he is in the zone like he is today, you cannot beat him. No one in the history of the game, I don't care what era you go back to, you put him up against Rafa, they're not going to come out alive. Like I was saying, this dude, he's John Wick, okay? He makes it more than tennis. Like when you watch Roger, which again, Roger's my favorite player, it's very artistic and it's very skillful. Not to say that Rafa is not any of these things either. He's extremely skillful, but you feel that you're watching an artistic ballet when you're watching Federer, and that it's just beautiful to watch. When you watch Rafa, you're just like, this is not tennis. Like, this guy is a freaking warrior. This guy is like, he's eating you and your whole family. Like, there's nowhere to run. You got fear. It's like he brings the fear into tennis. Like, the guy is an assassin out there. And you just look at his eyes. You just watch him walk around. You just look at the point. You see that he's going to fight and scrap for every single ball on every single point. It just becomes extremely intimidating. And I mean, as long as he can keep up his poor Dominic Thiem. Dominic Thiem is so good on clay, guys. He deserves. Watching Rafa is like watching a tornado sweep through town and destroy everything. Exactly. That's exactly what it's like. And that's what Roger experienced in the semifinals, because like a tornado literally came through. By the way, if you guys like my buddy Matt Bradshaw, watch his last video where he made a song about Rafa and the tornado and the sun, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, when you watch Rafa, it's more than tennis. He's a warrior. And back on Dominic Thiem, poor Dominic Thiem. The dude works so hard. He is so good. He is perfect for clay. He is so meant to win a French Open. If he does not win at least one French Open in his career, it'll be a shame, because the guy is working hard enough. He's made to win that tournament. But one thing that's kind of interesting that I was thinking about a couple things about Rafa. Number one is when Rafa was in his early 20s, you thought, okay, he better win as many as he can before he's like 28, because how is his body going to last with the pounding he puts on his body? Okay. And yet look at the longevity of the guy. He's now 32. I think he'll be going on 33 this year. And he is lasting just like Roger's lasting, doing it in completely different ways, completely different style. But Rafa's game has stood the test of time. Many people thought Rafa would have an early exit in his career just because it was so physical the way he played. But he is showing that his career can last the test of time. He's playing into his 30s. This is normally not heard of. Before these guys, I mean, it was amazing. A lot of people were thinking it was amazing what Agassi was doing at his age, and I think he retired. When did Agassi retire? 34, 35, and he kind of peaked around 32. But then his last couple years, it was rough to watch. He was limping across the finish line. But Rafa is looking like, if he can just stay healthy, no one can beat him for the next 3 years on this stuff. And the interesting thing too is, as long as he's lasting, think about all the injuries Rafa has had. Think about all the injuries Rafa has had. Imagine if Rafa did not have, and I know this is going to hurt Roger fans, imagine if Rafa did not have all the injuries that he's had. How many Grand Slams would he have right now? I mean, he would definitely be over Roger's 20. I hate to say it. Roger's my boy. He's my favorite. I got the Fed hat on. But if Rafa could keep his body healthy throughout his career the way Federer was lucky enough to do, how many Grand Slams would he have? I mean, I predict maybe 25, 26 by now. He's had a lot of rough years. He went, I think at one point in his career, he went like 2 years without winning a tournament or something like that. It was like 18 months. I mean, that's kind of hard to think about now when we see how he's back. But Rafa, a couple years ago, he was looking like he's done. Like, physically, he's done. The magic's off his ball. That the RPMs he put on the ball, it was going from like 3,500 down to like 2,000. Okay, I mean, I just got tested on my RPMs. I was hitting them over 2,300, and Rafa was. That's how hurt he was. Okay, I'm not comparing myself to Rafa. I'm just saying, a Joe Smo like me was having more RPMs on his forehand at one point than Rafa was. That's how badly he was hurt. Now the dude is back. His ball is nasty. I don't know, there might be 10,000 RPMs on that thing now. I mean, you see the action both those boys are getting? Their ball, did you see the way their ball would have topspin, but like curve through the air and then land? Like, it was sick the way these guys were hitting. And the first 6 games, I thought this is going to be a classic. I wrote it. I did like an Instagram post. I'm like, this is going to be a classic. This is going to go 5. These guys are going to crush. And then Rafa won that first set 6-3 pretty routinely. And then the second set, you got to give Thiem a lot of credit. He hung with Rafa. But you know what he did after he won that second set? He woke up the beast. Rafa, maybe he looked over and he saw that cup. And he's like, no one's taking that freaking cup away from me. Thiem's Rafa was, oh my God, 5,200 and 4,800. See? I mean, you see how, that's sick, guys. That is sick. So that's more spin than Rafa's ever hit, right? Normally, I know it was like 3,500 or something like that. Or is it backhand? Honestly, I can't remember. It has to be the forehand. Thiem's one-hander. How much rotation is Thiem getting on that one-hander? The scary thing is Thiem did not play bad today. He put on a good showing. He put in a good effort, but you could just see on his face that he just looked defeated afterwards. Like, he's like, what am I going to do? What do you do against the John Wick of tennis? The answer is there's not much you can do. So give thumbs up if you like this video. Give thumbs up if you love Rafa. Rafa, vamos, number 12, baby. I don't know. Maybe by the time you're done, you might have 16, 17. Can you imagine a dude winning? Look, one major, 12 times. One major 12 times. If you win 12 majors in your career, you're one of the greatest players of all time. Pete Sampras, one of the greatest players of all time, has 14 total majors. The guy had an unbelievable career. Okay? Bjorn Borg, 12 majors. Okay? Lendl, like I think 9 or 8 majors. What can we expect for the grass? Can we expect a grass court season video from you? Yes, I will. I'll try and be more live more often. Today just pumped me up, man. Today pumped me up. You know what I'm going to do? Let me go. The courts are wet, but I'm working on a course called Upgrade Your Forehand. I think I'm going to pump on this shirt and I'm going to work on my forehand. I'm going to go out there and hit him like Rafa. Okay? I'm going to go out there and just, I'm going to go, you know what I'm going to have for lunch? I'm going to go eat some raw frickin' meat, okay? I'm going to eat raw meat. I'm going to do like 100 push-ups in a row. I'm going to do 2,000 sit-ups. I'm going to run the stairs. Like, that's what Rafa does to me. I might start a fight. I'm not even a fighter. I don't think I've ever been in a fight. But I might just go up and have some lunch and start a random fight with somebody, right? I mean, that's just what Rafa does. He just brings out the animal, doesn't he? Don't you start to feel like an animal watching Rafa? Like, oh, this guy's just an animal. This guy's just so good. Congratulations, mister. You are no, that right. Rafa, vamos, vamos, vamos. So all the Spanish contingent out there, all the Rafa fans, just bask in the glow of his greatness today. Enjoy it. Totally deserved. Rafa, it was so cool to see you cry after you won, right? Rafa's usually having to console Roger over there, rubbing his shoulders. It's okay, Roger. I'm sorry, you'll win more. As Roger's sitting there, oh, he's too much. This guy's too much. Today, Rafa broke down. Rafa was, right? Maybe it would have been cool. Maybe Roger would have been in the stands and run out and started to rub Rafa's head. Go, it's okay, Rafa. I know. It's all right. You'll win another one and another one and another one and another one. All right, that's it. I'm done. Totally goofy live stream. Congratulations, Rafael Nadal. Give Rafael Nadal some thumbs up. Nice seeing everybody, and have a good day.